how to take notes and listen at the same time. Do you more or less understand a lecture, but when you go to write down notes, you stop listening? You feel frustrated, tired, and your brain hurts? We know. We're here to help. Taking quick and effective notes is the most important skill on the TOEFL exam. So here are 5 tips to being able to take notes and understand. 1. Know what to write down and what not to write down. Main ideas, details about those main ideas, facts that are difficult to remember, such as dates, names, numbers, etc. Do not write down insignificant words such as the, a, and, random words that you hear, jokes or insignificant details, words that indicate organization. For example, the main point is. Use symbols and abbreviations. Did you ever want to create your own language when you were a kid? Here is your chance. You must create your own language in order to write faster and remember information. Think of it like texting. Porque, contra, cada uno, because, example, without. Which one do you write in? Well, try to write in English. However, sometimes certain words are shorter in Spanish, and it's faster to use Spanish every once in a while. For example, yesterday, it's easier to write ayer, and children's a pretty long word, so we can just write niños. 3. Anticipate the organization of the lecture. There are 2 main structures on the TOEFL test. A lecture with an introduction, body, and conclusion, or a narrative with a beginning, middle, and end. And then there are also styles of organization that the TOEFL has put on their website. They have theory and evidence, a cause and effect, steps of a process, and comparison of 2 things. So now that you know these organizations, you can predict which one it's going to be at the beginning of the lecture. Test tip. Listen at the beginning for clues for organization style. Example, today we are going to discuss the causes of global warming. What kind of lecture is this? Cause and effect lecture. So here you can prepare your notes by putting causes and effects and dividing your paper. 4. Listen for transition and connector words. First, next, another, now. You shouldn't write down these words, but mentally prepare yourself for a change in topic. Test tip. Many times, the professor will ask a question when indicating a main point. For example, why was this year's winter so much colder than last year's? 5. Practice, practice, practice. Did you know how to walk when you were first born? No. You tried to sit up, then you attempted to crawl. You practiced standing up and probably fell down a few times until you were finally able to walk. Okay, first you start out and you say, I don't understand anything, I want to cry. Maybe this is how you feel right now. But then, with consistent listening practice, you start to crawl. And you say, wow, I actually understood some words in this lecture. And then you keep practicing, and then you say, oh my gosh, I understood the majority of the lecture. And you're starting to gain confidence, and then you keep practicing, and finally you think, look at me, I'm listening in English and understanding. How can you practice? Listen to radio programs, podcasts, movies, the news, etc. Start easy, then gradually listen to more difficult lectures. So, for example, we can start with VOA News. It's a slower type of lecture made for English learners. Once we gain confidence, Then we can move up to a website called Newsy. Newsy is a website with short videos, and they have the transcripts along with them. After we gain confidence with Newsy, we can then move to a news site, for example, CNN, which is more difficult and there's no transcripts. And then ultimately, after our practice, we can practice TOEFL lectures with confidence. Visit EnglishExamsWithNikki.org in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for more exercises and information.